What is going on, guys and gals? Brooklyn Bound the Raid Scientist here, and today we're going to go over the new exotic rocket sidearm from the Warlord's Ruin dungeon and how to get the catalyst. The Buried Bloodline drops from the final boss of Warlord's Ruin randomly, and it's pretty powerful. It fires like a scout rifle, and multi-kills will give the wielder Devour. On top of that, with the catalyst, it will also weaken targets, which gives a 15% debuff, which is very, very strong in PvE. In order to get the catalyst, you first have to obviously obtain the weapon itself from the final boss, and finish the questline in the shadow of the mountain. I tried to do the catalyst without having the questline finished, and the blights required to do the puzzles would not appear. Finishing this questline requires around 6 or 7 completions of the dungeon, so keep that in mind. You can do the catalyst without finishing the questline, only if someone else in your fire team has and hasn't completed the catalyst. Alright, so to attain the catalyst, you need to essentially do a full dungeon run, completing 3 mini puzzles along the way, and then fighting a secret boss. It's pretty fun to do, and one of the more enjoyable catalysts I've ever done. Load up the dungeon, beat the first boss, and the first puzzle is right after you escape from prison. You'll notice behind these bars there will be a taken Blight, and when you shoot it, it will spawn 4 torches, and some totems in all the jail cells. 3 of these torches will be lit, and you're going to have to activate the 3 correct totems in the jail cells that correspond to the torches. So, if you look at this professionally made drawing I made of the jail cells, you'll see how they are oriented with the totems. The physical location of the torches that are lit correspond to the physical locations of the totems you need to activate. Step in the correct ones, and you'll see on the screen that the Buried Bloodline clicks audibly. If incorrect, you can retry. Essentially, the 3 torches in a line correspond to the 3 jail cells that are in a line, and the 4th torch, which is closest to you, corresponds to the cell that is across the hall. The second puzzle is once you make it outside to the large stone bridge area with the Chimera shooting you and all the Screebs. Clear out the ads, and then look up on the tower from where you came from for the second Blight to shoot. This has the same idea. There will be 5 torches this time that start near the Blight and wrap around the castle. These torches correspond to the totems that are scattered around the rocks, like in the drawing I've made here. Count which torches are lit and activate the totems that correspond to them. Once again, if done correctly, you'll see the text on screen that the Buried Bloodline clicks audibly. And if incorrect, you can just retry. The third puzzle is outside after the large room with the spinning debris and the taken Blight, which is after the second boss. There are some smaller Blights in this area and some scorned snipers trying to shoot you. Shoot the Blight hidden in the doorway, and the 4 torches on the other doorway will light up. Once again, these 4 torches correspond to 4 totems. Claim the 3 totems that correspond to the torches that are lit up like in this drawing. The first totem is way up high, up on the rock. The second one is across on the other ledge, and the 4th is all the way back where you came in. You'll see again the text if you do it correctly. And now you're going to be ready to do the final step. If you've completed the quest line, when you reach this large area with the staircase that goes up to the final boss, you can see you can activate Tolan and go inside a portal to this hidden room. You will see the Ahamkara shrine with 6 torches behind it. These I just number 1 through 6 from left to right, with the torches in the room oriented from the back left of the room as 1 and going clockwise around all the way to 6. The wizard boss will spawn, and you'll have to capture the correct totems to bring down the shield. This room is kind of tiny, so ads can get a little overwhelming. Make sure you keep up with them, burn heavy and supers if you need to take her down. Once you finish the boss off, you'll be awarded the catalyst and can continue. You don't have to finish the dungeon anymore if you don't want, but you can run up the stairs to the final boss and finish the dungeon off for the extra loot. And that's it. Once you figure out the location of all the totems and how to capture them, and how they correspond to the torches, it's pretty simple. Best of luck in getting this done, Guardians, and thanks for watching. Until next time.